Friends, today I discuss on the thematic perspective on Wole Soyinka's strong beat. At the outer surface, the theme of the play is understood to be the custom of sacrifice. From the great times, there has been a strong belief among the people to give sacrifice to appease the angry gods, thinking that gods would send disease and pestilence and destruction. Among the Greeks, there was the animal sacrifice, the sacrifice of the bull. So the custom continued in various communities in different modes. So here in this play, Wole Soyinka brings into discussion the custom of human sacrifice in the tribal community of Yoruba to appease the god of Egungun. So here, Iman, the teacher and the healer, emerges as a martyr. At the end of the play, you find him seeking willingly to become the scapegoat for the good of the larger community of his people. It's a custom in the play that the stranger is made a carrier. Here the word carrier is a coded idea that a stranger is always a carrier. The people of the village make the sacrifice of a stranger as a carrier. So here they come in search of Ifada, the mentally retarded boy who seeks refuge in the clinic of Iman. And Iman does not allow them to take away Ifada to be sacrificed. On the other hand, one sees the relationship of friendship and love between Iman and Sumna. Sumna hates the people of the village. She thinks that all the people in the village are evil, including the girl Agril. She wants him to take away from the village on the celebration of New Year, not to see the evil practice of human sacrifice. But Iman insists upon her staying at home. So forcibly, they wanted to take Ifada to be sacrificed. But both are let free. And the play in the second part goes into the past of Iman. His father is shown on the stage and he speaks to his son that theirs is the family of carriers and he is ready, or someone of his family like Iman should be ready to be the carrier, to carry the burden of sins of the community and become the scapegoat. So at the end of the play, you find Iman willingly seeking himself the sacrifice as if he were a scapegoat for the good of community. So here a parallelism is brought between Jesus Christ and Iman. But there are similarities and dissimilarities. Thematically, I suppose Jesus was not only a teacher and healer, but in fact he was a rebel, or understood to be a rebel by the King Pilate, who contrives to catch him by the help of Judas and gives him the death punishment. For there you see in the biography of Jesus Christ taking the burden of his own sacrificial crucifix on his back up to the hill of Golgotha, and there he is sacrificed along with two more criminals. So the sacrifice of Jesus Christ being the martyr for the sins of the community, that's how the whole story is interpreted. And Christ becomes the martyr, and he sacrifices his own life for the sake of the larger good of the largest people. But here in the strong breed, Iman is not a rebel. Of course, he is a healer and teacher. He seeks, like Christ, to be the scapegoat. But it is not intended by the village people. They actually thought of Ifada to sacrifice. So, the parallelism between the sacrifice or martyrdom of Jesus Christ and Iman is at the center of the play. There is also another perspective of seeing the whole play from the perspective of Simmel's theory of a stranger. Stranger is to be the carrier for the good of the community. So here the theme of human sacrifice is the center of the play, and that is a climax in the play which comes at the end of the play. And from the beginning, the conflict grows. There is a development from the initial stage towards the climax. And climax takes place at the end. So you find Iman moving by the boat across the sea to be sacrificed. So it is an intense play. It's a very powerful play of intense suffering. And there is a vision of death by sacrifice for the good of community. The custom of sacrifice, whether it is good or bad, or sacrifice custom is itself in evil in the tribal society, that is criticized by Wole Soyinka at the end of the play through Joguna, who comes as a spokesman. He becomes the alter ego of Wole Soyinka by saying that the people of the village will be punished for their cruel act of making Iman as the carrier. So the play is is certainly a tragedy. I call it is a bleak tragedy under the influence of Greek tragedy. Thank you.